Greetings, Tezos Nation. Welcome to another edition of TezTalks Live. I'm Stu from the Tezos Commons. Joining me today is Andrei Duminica, director at Alset Studio. Alset Studio, for those who might not know, is the gaming studio behind Game of Nations, World at War, and now Pike's Arena, the latest Tezos-powered PvP gaming experience that's recently been unleashed upon the gamer sphere. Andrei's here to bring us up to speed on Pike's Arena's progress and take me on head-to-head as we run a little demo of its gameplay experience. Hi, Andrei. Where are you right now, and how's the weather?
Hello everybody. I am in Belgrade, in Serbia. That's
Lovely.
Southeast Europe, and the weather is quite fine. It's a bit chilly, but it's quite fine.
There you go. As we always do here on TezTalks Live, I'd like to get the ball rolling by asking you to give us a bit of your personal and professional background and the story of how you found your way into the exciting world of Web3 gaming and blockchain technology.
All right. Thank you for the introduction. Thank you for having me here. It's a pleasure. I'm very excited to be here. My name is Andrei Duminica. I'm the director of Alset Studio. A bit about myself. I'm Romanian. I came to Serbia around 6 years ago. I started off as a QA tester, a game tester. That's how we were calling them a decade ago when I started working in the industry. I worked for EA Games and Whitest, for example. I tested FIFA. It was pretty funny and pretty engaging to work for a big company and corporation like EA Games back when I was in university studying and all that. The gaming industry caught me as it was very interesting for somebody, a young man that liked games. I loved Warcraft. I liked Counter-Strike. I was doing my studies. I needed some money to live, so I was very attracted to being a QA tester. The pay is very low for being a QA tester. It wasn't about the money. I was getting 270 euros or something a month net. Yeah, it wasn't that. It wasn't about the money. It was just very exciting for me to work for EA Games and for other companies that make games. Slowly but surely, I just climbed the ranks there. I joined a different company. It was called Whitest. It was a local QA company, also doing a QA for various clients. One of the clients that I worked a lot for at Whitest was Ubisoft. The game was called A Fractured But Whole from South Park game. It was extremely fun for me to work on that game. It was one of the nicest experience I had in a work environment. Became lead, left the company, did some project management for software deployment, and then I was called by some friends that opened the studio in Serbia, where I am located now. And I came here to help them establish and open this studio in this growing market, Serbian market. It was back in 2018. The gaming industry was a bit more, let's say, a bit more at the beginning, I stayed at Whitest in Serbia. We reached around 100 employees. I came as a project manager, became operation manager, and then a director. We got acquired by Testronic Labs, a very big company in the space. Integration, a lot of work with everything being bought by a bigger company, becoming a full corporation, and a lot of new processes, new procedures, a lot of security standards, especially when you work with clients that have very high security requirements. You work with some clients. I'm just going to say some random clients, like you work with some, let's say, big clients like Blizzard, EA Games, Ubisoft, Gameloft. So these type of clients have very, very high security standards because they have a new game. They don't want the builds to be released. I have it on my USB drive. I come to work with a USB drive. I download the build. I go home. I pirate it online, and then the company shuts down. I get called, "Hey, Andrei, what have you done?" And then that's it for us. No more company. Yeah. We got acquired, blah blah blah, really nice. And at some point, I around 200 employees. Yes, 200 employees. I was in touch with people at Alset, very nice people that I knew from 2018, and they needed somebody on this position. I knew the guys from back in from 2018 to 2022, I think 23. No, 1 year ago. I came here 1 year, 1 year and a half. Yeah,
Okay.
I joined. I was met here with a team that I knew most of the guys, very talented people. Alset Studio is not doing only QA testing like we were doing at Testronic Labs. Okay, also player support. So not only that, but also developing some games. We are also doing software development, game development, and I don't know, art, marketing, banners, 2D, 3D. We're
Yeah.
doing still outsourcing work. We did our own game at some point, Game of Nations. Yeah, but it's hard to implement to succeed with a game that you do on your own. We are around 20 people. You need an insane amount of money in marketing to spend to be able to to explode. Like those
Yeah. Yeah. Of course.
stories. The game is good. We were very the team. I wasn't here when they made the Game of Nations. The game is having a lot of really good functional features that showcase very nicely what the studio is able to do, which helps because we are mainly in the outsourcing business still. We don't only outsource QA or player support, we also outsource Unity, Art, 2D, 3D, like I said. Around 20 people, yes. And we are located in Serbia, in Belgrade, in the center. We're very happy to be doing what we're doing. A lot of us are people, everybody here is somebody who enjoys playing games, played games all their lives. So it's somewhat of a dream come true to also work on making games.
Okay. And
Yes.
you gave a bit of an intro to
Yes.
Alset Studios there. Can you just talk a little bit more about the types of projects that Alset Studios works on?
Yes. Yes. We have a very good relationship with the client from the beginning of Alset's time, where we work on 4X games, 4X mobile strategy games. Those mobile games where you have to control a nation, control a village, control a castle, upgrade the barracks. A lot of time required to be invested in those type of games. Create troops, upgrade troops, join guilds, send troops to fight for resources, send troops to raid other players, be top in the score lines, in the leaderboards, in the guilds. So I think that's our main activity.
And
That's
is
the
it
main thing
mainly
that we do.
focused on mobile gaming?
Yes, I should specify that we mostly do. I mean, not mostly. We only do mobile games.
Okay.
We didn't work on any PC or console games.
Okay.
We also do WebGL, which is browser version of builds.
Okay. And what does a director at Alset
Yes.
Studios do exactly? Like, what does a day in your work life look like?
Yes, yes. I am mostly individual that take cares of the people that are here. I'm basically I would describe my position as a full support duty to enable and make sure that everybody here has everything that they need and require to succeed and to do what we want to do.
Hmm.
We have many talented people here, and like I said, I'm very lucky to be part of this team that know a lot of stuff. And I really want to make sure that I am empowering them and I see who's good and who has good ideas and take care of them so that we can achieve together what we are hired, because we mostly do outsourcing work to do. I
Okay.
think that's the main thing that I see myself doing. Other things, yes, I take care of administrative things, office related things, I know, contracts, legal stuff, but these are just day-to-day activities that you do because you want to succeed with the thing that I said, making sure that everybody has a good working place and has everything that they need to succeed in what we want to do.
Okay. And
And
you
and
mentioned that
pleased with what I
you
said.
mentioned that you came on board with Allset about a year ago.
Yes, yes.
And during that time, Pike's Arena has been released, which I believe is the first sort of collaboration between Allset and Web3 and Tezos. Um, what has that experience been like for you so far? Like, what are your impressions of the Tezos ecosystem and its community?
Yes. So when I came, the game was already in full development. The previous director, very talented individual, did a very nice job establishing all the relationships with the Tezos people, and mm, almost finishing all the hard work. Um, I came in and I came in from Testronic Labs, yes, a very big company, but we were mostly a service provider. We didn't do our own stuff. Yeah, we didn't do our own products. We were just hired to take care of the quality assurance of other projects.
Hmm.
So I came here and I was pleasantly surprised to see and to work on coming up with ideas about new features, about how to implement, about a bit of game design, a bit of producing, again, being helped by people that are here. And a very pleasant surprise for me because I'm quite new to the Tezos, not necessarily Tezos space, but to the crypto world itself. Was how good of a collaboration, and I'm not just saying that because Tezos and we work with them, but how good of a collaboration we had with the people from Tezos. It was like working with our own colleagues. Like it didn't feel in any way like they were like some special client somewhere doing something. No, they were always one message away. Yes, we had like issues with development, and sometimes that didn't work. The SDK had some problems, but it was always fixed and resolved, and there was like a very open collaboration between our main devs and their devs and the project manager and our project manager. And I would say that it was and still is a very nice and open collaboration to work with them. For me personally, Web3 crypto world, I did some, let's say, I dipped my toes in the crypto world back in, I think it was 2020. I don't remember when everything was very high. I bought some things. I was pretty sad afterwards because everything went a bit. Everything went massively down, especially what I got. I think I got I got screwed off real good. And I remember back then I searched for some. I think I mentioned this last time we chatted a bit. Some games in the crypto space, and I didn't find anything necessarily amazing or anything that was really well polished and really functional as I guess the studios or the people working behind it, the projects wanted it to be. I can't blame them, and I'm not like pointing any fingers because we know how it is. We had some issues of our own. We had a game night session with Tezos people on Tezos Discord, and our game stopped working with everybody there. And guys, sorry, it's really embarrassing. Our game stopped working. We had some problems, with the server. That happened. But the games that I found personally back in the day, were not that polished. And from a perspective of somebody that is not that gets currently up to speed with the crypto world and with the
Mm.
technologies and with the technology, it might be hard for a gamer like myself. I'm a gamer. I want to start playing Pike's Arena. Yeah,
Yeah.
we have two game modes. We're probably gonna play it a bit. We're gonna see what's up with the game and talk about it. But I need to what is this? I see Pikes Arena. Okay, maybe I invested in some money in a project. I got rugged. It's like crypto. I'm like a bit skeptical. I enter it and then I want to play and I can't play it because I need to make a wallet. I need some social logins. I need to do that. I need to buy crypto. And it's like a lot of little steps that we are
Yeah.
trying our best. Honestly, we're trying our best to make it as seamless as possible. Again, with the guys from Tezos, for people to enter and to play, and it's a good game for that. You can't necessarily make an insane amount of money from Pike's Arena. It's a Pike's Arena. It's a very simple game where you can make only what the other players that you fight against are betting. So if
Yeah.
I'm betting one Tezos and you're betting one Tezos, the winner takes the amount minus 10% that goes to Alset Studio, to us. That's it. It's a very simple. And it's a simple way for people to go on Android, download the game on Android, make a wallet make a wallet, buy 10 euros of Tezos and test the game and then take the money back. Maybe they win 20 Tezos, take the money back, and then they have that money in their pockets.
Okay. So it sounds like maybe not a great experience with blockchain technology as an investor, but a slightly better experience as a developer working on a game with the people in this space. Is that fair to say?
That's very interesting that you said, because yes, I think I'm not one of those people that manage to make some money from investing into crypto. I recently, now that I'm speaking about this, I had a bit of luck, and I'm like satisfied with how things went. What I lost, I guess I kind of took back now in this last few weeks. Maybe I'm just thinking like that to feel better, you know. But in terms of the collaboration and how we were took care of, let's say, and how the guys from Tezos spoke with us and dedicated time and invested effort. Amazing, very nice. Nothing bad to say about it.
So you came in when the project was already in development, but having come in, is your understanding, was the game specifically designed with a Tezos integration in mind, or was that something that came to pass like further along in the game's development?
It was from the start. From the start, it was a collaboration between the two studios to make it on with Tezos, on Tezos. Yes.
Okay. And what does someone need to have Tezos-wise in order to play the game?
Like a wallet and some Tezos. Yes.
Okay. But I mean, there is a version of the game that you can play without having.
Yes, good point. Yes, we have. Pike's Arena has two game modes. You have the free-for-all game mode, which is off-chain. Is there basically for the users just to get accustomed to the game, to see the mechanics. You have a dash ability. It's a simple IO type game. You know, you get to see the game, the map, the animations. You get used to it a bit. And then if you like it and you want to try out like the real thing, you you enter the second game mode, which is the Battle Royale game mode, where you play only against other players. In the first one, you also have some bots around. The second one, Battle Royale, only real players. I need to stake to bet 1 Tezos. It's up to 10 people in a lobby. If another 9 people play with me in that lobby, excellent. If I win, I get the stake Tezos, 10 Tezos minus 10% that goes to Alset, and I'm a happy man. If I lose 1 Tezos, and that's it. You know, we like it. We like we like how simple it is, and we like the fact that it's totally up to the guy or girl, of course, that is playing the game. If you're good and you played 100 hours more than everybody else, and you know how to move the mouse and the guy, the Pike man better than the other guys, you're gonna win the match. You know.
Yeah.
I mean, Battle Royale has some RNG, but yeah, that's the game mode.
Well, I do think it's important that the game you're able to play the game without taking the steps that you've described to sort of like open a wallet and get some you're able to experiment with it and then make a decision whether you want to take that next step, right? Which I think is important in terms of driving interest in these games and getting people involved. I understand Pike's Arena has been out in the wild for a couple of months now. What has the response been like from the people who have played the game?
The responses have been somewhat mixed, to be completely transparent. A lot of people that I know like the game. Also, some of my friends, colleagues from Tezos like the game. We think it's a good game, a really good foundation to build upon and to further expand. We didn't manage to gather that many users playing the game. We did some traditional Web 2 marketing for it, and we had 5,000 active players, let's say, and those 5,000 active players, very few of them, if any, switched to try also the Battle Royale mode, which can be blamed on 2 things. The game is not interesting enough for them, which can be. It is what it is. If the game is not interesting enough and they don't want to try it, or it's just they are skeptical about everything that they need to do. You know, it's either one of those, or a bit of both, maybe. You know.
Okay.
Again, it's a very simple game. It's not. I don't know how to put it. It's not the most. It's an IO type game. It's a casual game. You go in and out really fast. That's what we wanted from it, and I think we achieved that.
And that's quite a popular model in the the mobile gaming space, right? To have a
Yes,
simple
yes.
game that you can do when you have 15 minutes to kill or whatever.
Yeah.
What kinds of marketing were used to generate interest in Pike's Arena?
Mm, Traditional ads like micro, like Facebook ads, Instagram, some trailers, some user acquisition images.
Okay.
We also tried some gaming nights, and we want to continue with those gaming nights, where part of our devs and guys that worked on the project, or some guys from the Alset Studio, myself also, are joining a Discord room with some colleagues from Tezos. Iwan usually helps us with that, the community manager from Tezos. And we play with the guys that want to play. And we basically start battle royale lobbies and we play together.
Okay.
Sometimes we also did, when we did these events a few weeks ago, we also did some little prizes, nothing too spectacular, like 10, 15 Tezos, just for
Yeah.
the fun of it.
Okay. And now that it's been released, is it simply a matter of sort of leaving it out there and seeing if it's able to generate interest, or is that marketing push still ongoing?
We want marketing push is stopped. We want to restart it after we further align on what we want to do. We're currently thinking of moving it to Etherlink. I'm sorry, because we think that is gonna attract more players.
Okay.
From what I was discussing with a good gentleman from Tezos, it might attract more players, a bit more accessible, and more users. Will be there, and we're gonna probably start development on that soon. And maybe we're gonna restart after we finish the marketing, so that it makes some sense, not in the middle of us developing it on Etherlink, but after it, so that it makes some sense. After we finish, say we start a campaign and we are able to generate, some users, more users.
Okay.
Yes, and besides that, we're also thinking of something else. Now that I'm speaking about what other things, uh, the foundation is good for us to do many things depending on what ideas we come up with. But one of the things that we thought about is that we have this game, Parks Arena. It's like, okay, game, it works, okay, you can play it off chain and on chain, and we noticed that we don't have that many on chain users. And we think that it might be also because you can't generate wealth from it, let's put it like that. So I'm a crypto investor and I'm seeing Pikes Arena. There is no Pikes token for me to
Mhm.
buy, with the potentiality of this Pike token, because in 6 months the game does this and this and this feature, is being launched on iOS and I don't know what. Everybody will come in and everybody will buy Pike's token to play the game. And me, because I bought Pike's token now, Pike's made doubled in value, or tripled in value. So we don't have that. We only use Tezos right now. So if you want to play, you play with Tezos. So maybe if we implement some token of our own, and we start working on also implementing our own token and airdropping a bit to people that play the free for all mode. Let's say we do some custodial wallets, it's called, where everybody who joins the game, everybody who plays the game gets automatically created by our side a custodial wallet, where we put in some gas fees on it, some dust for gas fees, and they play it a lot. And because they play it a lot, something happens. We didn't decide yet on what. Like you kill 100 people in free for all mode, or you gather thousands of resources in free for all mode. Maybe you generate something, and we airdrop you that, let's say, Pike's token or something.
Okay.
Yeah,
So
we're thinking.
safe to say there's more to come marketing wise and gameplay wise for Pike's
Yes,
Arena.
we want to work more on it, because it might be something very nice.
Okay. And obviously, we can talk about Pike's Arena all day about what the game is like, but I've been experimenting a little bit with the game. I'm curious to see what happens if I put my skills to the test against somebody as deeply involved in the game as you. And I'd also like our viewers to get a chance to see what the gameplay is like. So can we do a demo?
We can for sure. I'm gonna share my screen.
So obviously we're two people who have Kukai wallets already set up.
Yes.
So that part of it we've already taken care of. It's a relatively simple process if somebody wants to open one up, correct?
Yes, I think it's very simple. It's you can log in with Kukai with social logins. You have a little tutorial also. It's simple.
Okay.
So am I gonna share my screen? Yes.
Yes.
All right. I'm gonna share the entire screen. Nothing to hide here. Okay, I have it opened. Very nice. This is me.
So there's you. I'm gonna log on now.
This is me. This is my name. This is the amount of Tezos I have in my wallet. I'm connected. I can disconnect from my wallet and I can refund the ticket because I already have a ticket to play Battle Royale mode because I was testing the game earlier. Not to get embarrassed while speaking with you live.
Okay, so your guy is blue, and
My
he's
guy is
named
blue.
Andre. Mine is red, and it's named Player 35335.
Okay, you can
And then
change that.
when we click the play,
Yeah.
it brings up the two different types of game, right?
Yes. Yes. Yes.
So let's start with the free for all. We're both going to enter at the same time, and we'll be in the same room, correct?
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
Chances for us not to be in the same room are extremely low. Okay, so this is me.
Okay, here we are. So as you gather
Cool.
these resources, as you call them, which all look like, oh, I'm dead already.
Don't worry,
As
you
you
can
gather
re-enter.
those,
Yes.
I'm going to come back in.
Okay.
Your character gets bigger and bigger, right?
Yes.
So one question I had for you: how big can your character get?
It can get. We didn't find a limit to it. It can get as extremely big. It can
Okay,
get. I probably there is a limit that the devs, the lead dev put in there, but I think it's an absurd limit. So I wouldn't
and
be
the
afraid of.
different types of food, like there's pizza, tomatoes, grapes, etc.
Yes.
Are they all just? Is it just one food, or different ones have different values?
Uh, Ca- I think that was you, player,
You,
Canadian player. Yes.
yeah, that was me.
Yes. The
Coming back
different
in.
coming back in. Yes.
So the food, are they all the same, or do different ones make you bigger quicker?
No, currently all the food that you pick up does the same thing. It makes you a bit bigger.
Ah, I'm dead
Yes.
again.
So you have. Let me explain a bit. So basically, you have this little pikeman here that grows bigger the more food you eat. You have a dash ability that you see here down right, and every
Which
time
button
another
does the dash ability? I couldn't
is the
figure that out.
space button.
Okay.
Yeah. If you're on Android, because this is also an Android shop, it's I think a tap button on the right side, on the left side. Sorry.
Okay.
Yes.
Another question for you. Does getting
Mhm.
bigger give you any kind of advantage in terms of fighting the other players?
Yes, you have this insane reach, and it's really hard if you're good at the game. It's really hard to get piked by other players or bots because you have your pike is bigger, so
Okay.
your reach is also bigger. So it's
Okay.
hard for other people to get close to you. Every time somebody makes collision with the pike weapon that has the same collision box with all the other art weapons that we have in the game, your character dies. So it can be also from behind. If somebody, if you make collision with the back of his pike, that you also die.
Okay.
That was a bit confusing for some players, but we left it like that. So
Okay. You're getting pretty big.
I'm pretty big, man. I know how to play. It's like yes.
And in terms of getting bigger, it just keeps going and going and going and
It
going.
just keeps going, going, and going. I really don't know. I think I had maximum a couple thousand here, and I just stopped. I was like, guys, I gotta stop. We tested the game, and I asked, we because we wanted to make sure everything goes well. If you go to this insane big size, and at some point we just okay, this is enough. Nothing
Okay.
happens. It seems it's okay. It works as intended.
Okay.
Yes.
So once you get piked, I guess we'll go back to the main menu and we'll try the battle
Okay.
royale mode.
Okay. I'm gonna. Okay.
So when we go in the battle royale mode, is the room the same as this, and it's just the people in the battle royale?
It's a bit different. The map is, because it's a battle royale mode. Okay, because it's a battle royale mode, it has a ring of fire. You know how battle royale is, that shrinks,
Okay.
and if you touch it, you shrink in size, and you get damaged. So yeah, you don't want to touch the ring of fire. This way, everybody that is in the game, it forces the people to go towards the center and battle, and not just run away all the time. So
Okay.
yes,
Shall
we can
we?
play the battle royale. Yeah, sure. I'm here. Battle royale. You can also create with this is a new thing that we implemented. You can create a game to play only with your friends if you want, and
Okay.
that's pretty cool. We like that we did that. So I'm just saying.
I'm clicking play game.
Yes, we're here. We're together, and we are
Just
ready
you
to
and me in
start.
the room now, and we put in one Tez each, so the winner takes the 2 Tez. Is that correct?
Yes, yes, it's correct. Let's play this game because I had a ticket already in the game, and the people audience didn't see me getting that ticket because I already had one bot. So let's finish this game and we'll play another one afterwards.
Okay.
So ready to start? Yes.
Yep.
Match is starting.
So it's synced with both our wallets. The 2 Tez, I assume, have now moved into like a. Okay, here we go.
Here we go. Yes, the two test
There's
is
money on the
basically in the
line now.
pool.
This is different.
Yes, yes. So we have a map on the top left. You can see me on the map where I am and where you are.
Ah.
Yeah. So now basically it's only the two of us, so it's not like 10 people in the lobby. So it's easier to gather some resources.
So we get as big as we can get before we go
Yes,
fight,
yes,
huh?
yes. So, or I go sneakily and I kill you.
Ah.
Okay. Okay. So now you see one kill, match results.
And you're
Score
now 1 Tez richer than you were 30 seconds ago.
180 because okay, that amount that went to us, it also went to us. But yes, the house is taking 10% of the winnings.
Okay, so we're gonna go again, correct?
Correct. We play again.
Okay.
And now you see you have stake your Tezos, connect your wallet, and bet 1 XTC to enter the arena, battle against 1 to 10. And here very clearly that we're writing that we are also taking 10% so that people won't be confused about what is happening. Why am I not getting 2 Tezos from a match of 2 people? Yeah. Play game. And now I'm going to the full process. This is me. This is my one of my emails. I go connect, 1 Tezos, transaction ongoing.
All right.
We wait a bit. And I'm in the lobby. I'm ready to start. I should start in 5. I want also to mention that this game is available on Android. We mostly focused on Android build. Us being a traditional Web2 gaming company that works with mobile games, so we have also the Android build that we're very proud of. And at the same time, because there is a lot of I think a lot of people from the Web3 space expect and want to have a WebGL browser version of the game, so that's why we have this also.
Uh-oh, there's the ring. So does the ring kill me if I touch it?
You look, yes, you get shrinked, and when you shrink, you get very, very little. You get very small. You get,
Okay.
that's it for you.
Okay. You're too quick. Okay. I'm gonna stop losing my Tez now. You've
Listen,
obviously played this a lot.
we can do this all day if you want. Okay, my menu. We have some achievements here. This is a new account that I made for. I'm in no account. I'm playing incognito,
And what do the achievements do?
Currently, they serve just as badges and achievements for you to be proud of what you did in the game. We didn't do anything with them except implement them in the game, and then we're gonna see if we're gonna be tying them to anything precisely. We've also thought a lot about. Let me also say you have some skins that you can unlock. Currently, the skins are traditional skins that you can only unlock through Android, to the Android shop.
Okay.
So these are not on chain; these are off chain skins.
Okay.
I have some battle stats, and what else do I have here? Yes, I wanted to say that we are also thinking of some NFTs. The studio, Alset, the guys worked with NFT implementation on one of the previous game that the guys worked on, and we're thinking of maybe doing some NFT situation in Pikes, maybe some collaboration with some artists. We're gonna see.
Okay. So obviously, you know, at this stage, as gameplay experiences go, it's fun, pretty basic. I know you referred to it earlier as like a foundation, so we can see it's sort of a. It looks to me and sounds to me like it's a bit of an experiment about implementing a Web3 and cryptocurrency angle into a mobile game. Am I correct in seeing it that way?
Yes, it's not an incorrect way of seeing it for sure. It's
Okay.
actually it's a pretty correct way of seeing it. You can look at it as an experiment of seeing how is it how hard it is for us also for to see how hard it is for us to make a on-chain element in a simple IO type game because of the fact that we worked a bit with crypto with the blockchain in the past, and because of the fact that we worked with the guys at Tezos, it was pretty smooth from the development side of things. And regarding as users and players, as you see, it's pretty straightforward. It's not that
Mhm.
complicated to go inside the game and play and try it out. Yes, you need to stake one Tezos, and maybe you are afraid that you're gonna get scammed or something for one Tezos. But if you want to try it, it's very easy for you to try it. That's why
Straightforward to
we,
play, not
yes,
so straightforward to beat you.
yes, but it's like harder a bit to play. To be, we tested a lot of games, and I'm testing
Yeah. I'm
often
sure
with the
I'm sure
QA guys
I'm
also.
sure
So
you've played this a lot.
so we played it a lot. Yeah.
Um what do you think attracts people to, as I talked about earlier, what do you think attracts people to simple games like this when there are like more complex and involved gameplay experiences out there?
I think both have a role in your life if you like games. I think I look at myself and I think of myself somewhat a gamer. I'm not playing that much anymore, but I still appreciate games a lot. And sometimes I'm in the mood to play something really fast. Sometimes I'm in the mood to go in, play a match, have fun, lose, win, great. And sometimes I'm in the mood to play one of the forex games that, for example, I told you was working mostly with forex games to build my base, to check what my base is doing, to send some
Yeah.
resources, to see how my base is doing that I'm managing and taking care of for 2 years now, or 1 year or 6 months.
Yeah.
So there's place for both. You also have audiences for both. Some people enjoy very fast things and very. I go in, I see 5 TikToks or something, scroll some. I get my enjoyment from social media. Let's say from TikTok, and it's really fast, and see a bit, like a bit, and then put the phone down. And some other people go on and read some news on social media and spend a bit more time. So it depends on what type of individual you are. From our point of view, both are fine. We're not judging. So
Okay. And
yeah.
in the sort of the mobile gaming world, there are thousands of these, right? There's thousands of simple games out there. What separates the ones that are successful from the ones that aren't?
I think there are a few things. Let me see. First, it needs to be a polished game. For example, I told you we felt very embarrassed. We rushed a bit a few months ago with some features, and we had an event with the people from the Tezos community on the Tezos Discord, and we had some problems. It was like a bit nasty. Like the guys were waiting. They were like, "Sorry, guys, we apologize for that." It happens. It really
Yeah.
does, and we've been doing games. I mean, we've been working on games since 2018, and the guys, well, all of them here have a lot of years of experience behind them. So it happens for that to slip a bit and to have some errors in on the server side and such. But I think it's really important, regardless of what I said, for the game to be polished and to work properly. So if on top of the fact that it's on Web3 and I need to do some additional steps for me to play as a traditional gamer, if it's also janky and like jittery and is not
Yeah.
working as intended, or it's a bit confusing what I need to do, it's like really hard for Alset Tezos to get that user to actually play and continue and trust us. They see maybe they had some bad experiences. Like I said, invested in some coins. Those coins, they didn't do their own research. Do your own research thing. They didn't do your own research. They thought they're gonna be getting rich from some silly coin. They didn't, and they got drugged. And now they are skeptical about everything about Web3, which isn't the case. You have benefits. I really think you have a lot of benefits with Web3. There are a lot of words that have been. Sometimes I feel that people are just throwing them around. I'm kind of new to the space, so sometimes I feel it's like a bit of some words being thrown around. But from my experience, limited, but from a different perspective, as I worked directly with these guys, it's very secure. That's like it's extremely secure. It's extremely visible. Everything that happens, you can check exactly who took what, how was the house cut. Did Alset lie about 10%? They didn't. It's there or whatever. It's very transparent. It's very secure. It's very fast. Yes, it can be a bit faster, I guess. We did it now, and I pressed Battle Royale, and it took 5 seconds until it took my. Maybe in the future it's gonna be faster, Etherlink and all that, but it's fast enough for what it does. It's like it's fast. It accomplishes the scope that it wants to accomplish, and the fees and stuff. I was hearing a lot, and I had bad experiences in 2020, 2022. I don't remember in the past. I bought an NFT horse on some website. And I wanted to buy an NFT horse. I told this story to Blanks also on a different podcast. And the horse was 100 USD in some coin. And I transferred I transferred 120, 110. I transferred it to the token that was required to buy that horse, that NFT. And I didn't have enough because of the gas fees. And I was like, what is this? Come on, I can't buy the horse, and I'm left with some tokens in this wallet, and I didn't like that. But here, with my experience in the last year with Pikes and Tezos, no fees. I don't know, maybe some dust that I talked about with some transactions and 0.0 something. And we transferred a lot of Tezos between ourselves to test the game, to everybody to have 10, 20, 30 Tezos in the wallets and to test.
Yeah.
And
well, I mean,
here
in the blockchain world, like blockchain-based and Web3 gaming are considered to be pretty important use cases for this technology. A, because of how lucrative it can be if you launch a successful game, and B, in terms of the ability to bring users into the blockchain community and into your chain and into your ecosystem. So as somebody who is more familiar with the sort of Web2 traditional gaming space, what do you think the value proposition is for blockchain and Web3 to offer the gaming world?
I can speak a bit about what I liked about it. I think the fact that it's very visible and everybody can see what is happening with some clicks and some scans. They can see what is happening with the money, and I think also that is very good. That is very secured, and you have it's like a notebook basically that is secured because it's stored on different computers. I'm talking like a boomer, sorry about that, but that's my experience and that's what I think about it. The fact that you can have ownership, the fact that I can go, and the fact that I played with you now and I got, instead of getting gold or wood or iron or something in the game, I got almost 3 Tezos. 2 Tezos, I'm sorry, almost 2 Tezos. That's like profit. That's like really something that is only able to happen because it is on the blockchain.
Yeah.
And it was again pretty fast. It wasn't that complicated, and it was all only. And it's not like it was only due to the fact that I'm a better player than you, to put it bluntly. If it was, there were another 10 people there, not another 8 people, because the lobby is limited currently to 10 people. I could have made almost 10 pesos, we can change this game to, hey, you need 100 Tezos to play a game. So I can make almost 800 Tezos. So there are many things that you can do. And
Yeah.
the better you are, the better, the more you can win in such type of games like Pike Arena, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And there is another thing that I was thinking about before the call, because I was thinking about these things. Ownership of assets in game. You know, we currently don't have anything. We have normal skins, Android store bought skins, but NFTs, you can have you can have an NFT that you can own, and maybe there is something else being developed by Alset, by Tezos, by another studio, but in collaboration with the same ecosystem, you know, the guys. And you can use that skin in that game. You get some benefits from that. You know, it's your you own it. You know,
Mm-hmm.
it's like pretty cool. I know a lot of people, for my friends, they don't like NFTs, but I think it has some scope and purpose. You can certainly find use cases for it, and we're thinking about that also with
Well,
Pikes.
I mean, in order for that to work, first you have to have a game that people love and love enough to want
Yes.
the whatever the NFTs are that are available as part of the in-game economy and in-game experience, right? So obviously we talked about Pike's Arena in terms of it being sort of a foundational experimental, and I think that's sort of where all of the Web3 gaming is at this stage. People are sort of dipping their toes into it and seeing what works and what doesn't. Do you think we'll see more complex gaming experience launched in the Web3 space soon, or is there still a long way to go before that happens?
I think I'm thinking, but my answer would be that of more and more people started knowing about crypto in the last period of time. More and more, there was a lot of interest in the last few years
Mm-hmm.
in this space. A lot of interest from gaming studios also, and there are, like we discussed, real reasons to implement blockchain features in your games. So I think it's just a matter of time. Yes, we did it. We're now, if our studio did it, and we are pretty traditional. We're not. We're a traditional gaming studio that does for his mobile games, you know.
Yeah.
And we did it, and we enjoyed it, and we see that it has potential, and we can have some features that you can't have otherwise. And we are also thinking of continuing the development of Pikes, because which translates to us believing in Pikes in the game, and in the fact that we can make it even better and attract users and succeed with it. I think it's just a matter of time, to put it shortly, until more and more people start dipping their toes, not only their toes, but like fully
Yeah.
developing games. And I think some of them, there are some games that are more complicated. I think in
Okay.
the Web3 space.
And we could go on all day. I have several questions we didn't have time to get to, but unfortunately we're coming to the end here.
Okay.
To our viewers, thanks for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with us, our social media contacts can be found at tezoscommons.org/TezTalks. We'd love to hear from you. Andrei, thanks so much for joining us today. It's always awesome to speak to the folks bringing the amazing potential of Tezos-powered gaming to life. Is there anything else you'd like to mention before we sign off here?
I want to thank you. I want to thank the audience for joining in. It's been a pleasure to speak with you. Very exciting. I'm not used to doing this type of things, but it felt very smooth, and I can't believe it's finished already. So it was really fast. It felt like time passed really fast. I would like if some people would see the game, try it out. That would always bring us positives, and we would be very happy if that happens. And yeah, thank you.
And you're now 1.8 Tez richer than you were when we began. So
Yes,
congratulations.
yes. Thank you very much for that. Yes, I know that you let me win, because you can't make me look bad. You
I
know,
wish.
this guy worked with the game. I can't make him lose. Yeah.
To everyone out there in Tezos land, thanks for joining us on TezTalks Live. I'm Stu from the Tezos Commons, and our awesome guest has been Andrei Duminica, director at Alset Studio. Now let's go do battle in Pike's Arena.
Thanks, everybody.